Hello everyone, it's Bernard here, and I want to show you battery drain test with something different than iPhones. So here's Pixel 6 Pro versus my iPhone 13 Pro Max. As you can see, both phones have 100% battery health, maximum battery capacity, they are both running the newest OS version, at least at the time of recording, and they are both set manually to maximum brightness. Also, very important, they are both on cellular, not Wi-Fi, so this will be the most demanding battery drain test possible. Obviously, the refresh rate is uncapped, and I have started easy on them, with YouTube. But as you can already see, iPhone pulls early lead. I was hoping that maybe Google's app will be better optimized on the Google's phone, but apparently not. After first hour, iPhone is at 95% battery, while Pixel dropped to 90%. It may be due to the fact that iPhones tend to stay at 100% longer than other phones, which is interesting data display quirk of iOS. But to be fair, iPhone 13 Pro Max is an absolute beast in terms of battery life. It's actually crazy how long it lasts, even compared to previous iPhones. It's definitely an S-tier phone, great benchmark and holy grail of smartphone battery life. The question here is not whether Pixel will be better than iPhone, but more whether Pixel is an A-tier phone or a B-tier phone in terms of battery life. The difference between the two phones is getting bigger in heavier tasks as gaming. I specifically have chosen Pokemon Go because it's not only a 3D game, but it also uses GPS, so it's really demanding for the phones. It's not something that most people do a lot on a daily basis, but it's interesting to see how those phones perform with GPS. Also, I want to point out that even though it seems short time, we are reaching 3 hours of screen on time, again at max brightness and at cellular, so in real life this would probably be a lunchtime already, maybe even after work with casual use. Not bad for both phones, but I got to give credit to iPhone again. It's still surprising for me, even after all this time, just how crazy good iPhone is with battery life. I have never managed to kill iPhone 13 Pro Max in one day. Pixel is still doing good though, because remember we are at max brightness and it's a high refresh screen. By the way, if you find this video useful, give it a like. It helps me tremendously, and it's totally free for you. After some TikTok, it's time for more static Instagram and web browsing. Meanwhile, as you can see, Pixel is catching some breath here, as the screen on time passes 4 hours and it still has over 30% battery left to go. This definitely shows one important thing: performance. You see, A15 Bionic is so powerful that it uses efficiency cores for most apps, and they are really efficient indeed. Pixel's custom chip, on the other hand, is totally fine in everyday tasks, but it gets really sweaty in heavier ones like gaming or exporting videos. It's first gen though, so I expect Google to improve it significantly in the next one, but still a thing to remember. Also, you might have noticed that sometimes iPhone looks brighter and sometimes Pixel looks brighter. Since both phones have brightness set manually to maximum, I believe it's a heat management. Considering that both phones are running this test uninterrupted and on cellular, some dimming isn't really that bad. I'm actually really impressed with both phones here. Now some camera tests, which is always very demanding, so we will be doing breaks for web browsing to, not overheat Pixel. As you can see, at 7%, Pixel got warning about overheating. I guess 1 hour of video recording just after 6 hours of intense use is not a good idea. Which again is actually really amazing on iPhone, because it handles it all like a champ. And Pixel is almost done here. And after a respectable 6 hours and 20 minutes, Pixel is dead. Meanwhile, iPhone still has over 40% battery left. Remember, these results aren't bad at all. All things considered, most people would set brightness lower and use often Wi-Fi to offload the battery. Not to mention they rarely spend so much time playing 3D games. My mother could easily get 2 days out of Pixel. What's still shocking for me though is how crazy well iPhone is going through this test. It's absolutely nuts. Now when Pixel is dead, I want this test to be as objective as possible, so I will just redo the previous apps to see how long iPhone will last. Increased heat from the processor might drain battery faster now, so I don't expect full 12 hours from the iPhone, but it's still beating my expectations. Obviously, both phones had maximum battery health in this test. The Pixel is brand new actually, but I can tell you in fact that iPhone's battery doesn't degrade even after several months of use. Battery chemistry must have been really improved by Apple. Also, fun fact, what you're currently seeing is my second attempt at this test, because the first one was so shocking for me I was actually convinced I did something wrong. But the results are similar now, as iPhone again lasts 60% longer than Pixel. Amazing job, Apple. Really glad you finally went for better battery instead of thinner phone. And not bad for Pixel either, especially after Pixel 4, this is really good improvement. Also, some future patches are supposed to improve battery even more on Pixel, so I'm really counting on that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope to see you in the next one. Have a nice day, bye.